This winter, the Forum Committee has wanted to help all of us get to know our Plymouth neighbors. We have highlighted a number of them. Today, our speakers represent a school which is operating right in Plymouth's education wing. I am pleased to introduce Karina Elze and Karen Eustis, owner and director, respectively, of Academia Elze, a Spanish Immersion Child Care Center. Karina worked at one time at Anderson School in the Minneapolis public school system. She decided to open her own preschool and found Plymouth and now rents the space. The school started in August of 2018. In March of 2020, they had to shut down, but only for a week. They quickly reorganized, cut staff, cleaned, set up protocols, and reopened. They cut their capacity of students from 64 to 37. By June, they realized that they were going to be okay. They were going to make it. Now, for 37 children, they are still operating very successfully. Well, before I turn it over to Karina and Karen, I'd like to introduce Rebecca Miller, the chair of our Sunday Forum Committee. She's helping me out this morning.
I'm only here to moderate the questions and answers. So I just wanted to make sure you recognize my voice. I'm going to mute my video, but you'll hear my voice later when it comes time for the Q&A at the end. So thanks, everyone.
So now I'd like to turn it over to Karina Elze and Karen Eustis. Thank you all for joining us, and welcome, Karina and Karen.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much for inviting us. It's really excited to be here and share about, what we do at the school and share a little bit about us. So if people stay to the end, so we are gonna have some prizes. So if they wanna participate, so at the end they can get a book that is called Christmas Without a Fireplace. So I'm gonna share my screen for the presentation, so just give me one moment. Okay. As Jane said, we are inside the building of Plymouth. The name of the preschool is Academia Elze. It's a Spanish immersion, and Academia in Spanish means academy. And Elze is because it's a family name and it's my last name. But the person who chose the name was my niece. So at the end, we wanted to keep this as a family because we are an independent school. So that is the reason that at the end we leave it that way with the last name. But yeah, so I'm gonna explain a little bit more later. So my name is Karina Elze. As Jane said, I used to work as a kindergarten teacher. I'm from Colombia. So you can feel my accent, and my accent is a little bit strong. So if you have questions at the end, Rebecca is gonna help us to answer those questions. And also, if you have any question also during the presentations, also you can type it and maybe we can stop and answer those. What else? So I was working as a kindergarten teacher. I went to school in Colombia for business, and in United States, I came here and I got my license, K-6, and my master is in education. So I really, really wanna have a preschool since I was on my early 20s, like 20 years ago. That was always part of my dream, and I really love to teach. I really enjoyed that, so I decided to make my preschool, and Plymouth was really welcome and nice to rent the space, and it's a beautiful space. We are in front of Franklin Avenue, and now and Karen is now the director since June, and Karen is my friend from childhood, so we went to middle school together. and high school and everything.
Hi, my name is Karen. I am also from Colombia, as Karina said. We met when we were 13 years old, 12, 13. So we know each other for a long time now. I am the director of Academia Elze. As Karina said, we are a Spanish Immersion Early Learning Center located inside the Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis. And also, I was born in Bogota, Colombia. I have a degree in law in Colombia, so I study law. But then I came here, I wanted to learn English, and I studied English in Colombia. When I came here, I was like, this is really hard. I don't understand anything no one is saying. It was so hard to understand like the English, but like getting immersed in the culture. And since I came to the United States in 2011, I've been working with kids. Then I studied another degree here in liberal arts and graphic design, but the liberal arts was focused on early childhood education. So I've been in the education field since I've been living in the United States, basically. So, and then Karina opened the center. I was lucky enough to be able to work in this beautiful school. And then I enjoy like being able to share my time with the families and being able to connect with the families. Having that connection with the families and with the students is really important. And what I love about this school is that it's a small center, and because of that, it's like you have more one-on-one interactions with teachers and students and families, and so that's a blessing. So I love that about the school. And so yeah, that's a little bit about me. So thank you for inviting me to this forum, and if you have any questions, just let me know.
Thank you, Karen. Let me move here. Okay, what we are gonna do today, first we are gonna explain what is the Spanish immersion and how is our instruction. Then after that, we are gonna say what we do, how we support our students and our teachers. And then at the end, so we play a little bit about how much do you know in Spanish, and then you can get a prize. So then Karen is the one who is gonna explain more about who we are, our mission, our curriculum.
So as Karina said, we are gonna give some prizes at the end. So I want everybody to pay attention to this presentation. Maybe if you wanna take some notes, we're gonna ask some questions at the end. And the first person to answer those questions at the end are gonna win one of the books that Karina wrote, Christmas Without a Fireplace. So a little bit about us. Our activities provide opportunities to grow emotionally, socially, and creatively in a connected world. Since our founding, we have focused on the whole child and use strategies to support all students with quality, culturally relevant education. So this is learning to play. What it means is like our curriculum is a place-based curriculum. This inspires expression rather than perfection. So we focus basically on the whole child, and the teachers are a guidance for the students. But we kind of like, we look at each needs of individual child, and based on those specific needs is that the teachers guide the process of learning. It prepares the kids to think, to question, and reason everything around them. They are the center of the learning experience, but they are exposed to the different learning situations with the guidance of the teachers. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the curriculum. So right now, we have a curriculum, and it's based basically in these group ages. We have the infant classroom, we have toddlers, and we have preschool and pre-K. The infant classrooms right now, we want to keep the classrooms really small. So our infant classroom is we have 8 babies, and the ratio in this classroom is for each 4 babies, we have one teacher. So there will be 2 teachers with the 8 babies. We want to promote like the small classes. Our small classes have worked well for our families. They provide a caring environment that develops a bond and trust between the teachers and your baby. So this is really important because having those one-on-one interaction and eye contact with each child is essential for their development, and it helps creating that trust and security. So we want that connection. We want to be able to have the babies and the teachers have more contact with the students. That's why we have a small center. That's why we have small classes, so we can have that time and that experience with each child. Also, we have the toddler classroom. And the toddler classroom, we have the maximum capacity of our classroom is 14 students. So for each 7 students, we have 1 teacher, that's the ratio. So we have 2 teachers with 14 students. In this classroom, our curriculum balances teacher-planned and child-initiated learning, while emphasizing responsiveness to the children's strengths, interest, and learning style. So like I said before, we master like the interest of each individual child, and the teachers are a guidance in the process of learning. And this is really important. Like I said before, we wanna master, we wanna inspire expression, and we wanna master the curiosity in the students. And that's where Karina Elze and Academia Elze, she created the Academia Elze. And the preschool and pre-K, the maximum capacity of the classroom is 15 students. We have, for every 10 students, the ratio is 1 teacher for every 10 students. Preschool and pre-K is a little bit about the curriculum, a learning community where your child not only acquires the skill to succeed in the future with confidence, but also develops respect for the environment, their peers, and the rest of the community. Our childcare center always embraces their previous knowledge to connect to their new target language. So this means that we also, we have like a learning community, but we also want to encourage the students to respect, to immerse in the culture. We want to be able to get to know like different cultures. We want to be able to get that exposure to different opinions, to different beliefs, and also learn in the process.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
So now I want to share a little bit our program. So we also support our teachers. Teachers here in United States, they can get a certificate that is called CDA. So most of the schools, sometimes they have their own schools, but we are in a small center. So what we have is a partnership with the YWCA. So our teachers can go there and take the classes, and then we support them with 80 hours of helping them with the homework, completing all the materials that they need. So this certificate, because we have the partnership, is free for the teachers, and they get the 120 hours of class there. Most of our teachers, all of us, we are immigrants from different countries from Latin America. Then what happened is like most of them, they have they bachelor or another careers in their countries, but still they need a part of something like a certificate from here to be able to qualify as a preschool teacher. So they can start again from zero, but it is really helpful to start at least with the CDA certificate. That is the first step. Thank you. So now also how we support our families. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah. So we support our families in the way when we start here at Plymouth. So a huge part of our mission and vision is to help our community. Because what happens sometimes is like families who are in the county assistant, it's hard for them to find a quality place to go and enroll the child, or places that you can learn another language. So that is the reason that we decide to make the school more affordable and easy for them to start with us. So we take 2 kinds of, we take 3 kinds of payment, no? The private payment of the family, but 2 more, that one is the childcare assistant from the Hennepin County. And also we take small scholarships. So that way the families can pay the tuition, and it's gonna be accessible for them to stay in a high quality preschool, no? That is the most important. In this case, when we get those payments, it's kind of 2 months after the child start, or 1 month after. So that was harder for us when the pandemic started, because of course those payments were going to be 2 months after, and we needed to meet the operational expenses. So that was so helpful when Plymouth came and helped us, and we made an arrangement, and that way we could keep going, because you know that a lot of childcare centers around United States or the world, so they needed to close. So we are so grateful that because we were at Plymouth, we could stay open. Also, this is really emotional for me to talk, because when COVID came, we went in the 1.5 years open. So we were for 1.5 years open. So when COVID came, we were at the break even, you know, like finally we make it. And then the same week, COVID came. So it's, again, we needed to start from zero, but we since the beginning, we took all the precautions to be able to stay open, and also with the help of Plymouth and everything. So before the mayor said using masks, we were using masks. And also it's because we watch international news. We didn't want to wait until it was mandatory. We decided to use it, and we knew it was hard for the child development, but we knew also that healthy was also first. And Karen is gonna explain a little bit more what we do at the building.
Yeah, so like Karina said, it was really hard for the school when COVID came. So we were we basically lost basically half of the students. But some of the parents lost their jobs. Some of the parents were working from home, so we lost a lot of the students because of COVID. There was one moment we had the Karina made a plan, like she said, we closed for a week to plan and sanitize, and like Jane said, we were planning what were we gonna do, where we're gonna do with this virus coming, and we wanted to make sure everybody was safe and that we have options. So that's why also the students were able to, some of the students who were at home were able to take online classes. And then about the biosecurity and prevention. So like Karina said from the beginning, since before they were mandatory, we started wearing the masks at all times. The temperature, we'll be taking the temperature, and we're still taking the temperature by the door and throughout the day. So everybody who gets into the building gets the temperature, all the students get the temperature checked. If we have a visitor to the school, it gets the temperature checked. We all get take the temperature, so that's really important. We do a screening, also questions, we making sure if someone is having some symptoms, or we send weekly newsletters to the families, and the families informing if your child is sick, please stay home, for the safety of everybody. Also, we do the drop-off and the pickups by the door. So we've been doing this for a long time. So we want to do everything we can to reduce the exposure to the virus. So parents are dropping off the kids and picking them up by the door. We always have a teacher in the morning at the drop-off time, and in the afternoon at the pickup time, we have someone by the door who is going to be taking the temperature and taking the children to the classroom. Additionally, Karina increased the staff. so that way we have extra staff for like if we have an absence, but also we have that extra staff for cleaning procedures during the day. So we have like, we clean for example, the gym. When the students go to the gym, they go by groups. So if toddlers go to the gym, once they go to the classroom, the gym gets sanitized before the next group comes in. So that's something that we are lucky to have, like the extra staff to like making sure like we're having those procedures and sanitizing and cleaning in place. Like I said, and lastly, like cleaning surfaces more often. And also Karina got some air filters. We got some air filters to make sure like all like the virus, or making sure, trying to clean out the air. So we have air filters in each of the classrooms, in the infant, in the toddlers, preschool and pre-K, and also in the office, we have the air filters in place. So making sure that doing everything we can to make sure that we are all safe. And something else that is really, we're really lucky that there was a pilot program for a pilot program with the COVID vaccines. And Karina was really diligent about like going to the school. We were chosen, so we're lucky we were chosen to get the COVID vaccine, the staff in our school. So she went to the school and she was able to get everybody on an appointment for the first COVID vaccine. So we are lucky, all the staff right now at Academia Elze got the first dose of the COVID vaccine, and they will be getting the second dose at the end of February. So we are so excited about that, and so like happy that we were able to get this. And the parents, the families, they are all really supportive and they're happy about this too.
Yes, Karen say we are so grateful for, I mean, we have been healthy, all of us, the staff and the children. And yeah, we are excited about this year, no? To see if summer is gonna look different and we can go back to have our celebrations. Okay, so we are gonna keep going. So if you know someone, so we have a space. We still have one more classroom to go. So it's from 6 weeks to 5 years old. So if you know someone, we have a space. Now we are gonna talk a little bit about what we did also to stay open, like so we are open at the school with 38 children now. And we also have some students online that they are not coming back because they are going to kindergarten in September, but also they have some, how do you say, like respiratory issues, like maybe they have asthma or something. So they are just taking the classes online. So we have two ways to be with us. Like they can go to school or they can take the classes online. So the classes online is called Elze Kids. It's a Spanish classes. It's for 3 years to 12 years old. So some of the students who graduate with us, also there are in online, like after school, taking those classes with us. So some of them also now are in first grade. They are taking also classes with us, and we are doing tutoring with them. That happens more at the beginning, like before school and after school. That is when we are doing it. And here is a funny video. I don't know.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. The job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way.
Yeah, so that is the online team. So when COVID came, as Karen said, we decide to separate who's gonna stay here, who's gonna stay there. Of course, pues we are in every way, but to meet the needs of every single child, so we needed to, like who is gonna stay online for the kids who cannot come to school until really COVID is over, or who really can come to school because there are essential workers, the parents, or, so that is the reason that we divide. When we divide for 2 months more before June last year, but as Jane said, after June, then we open and some of them stay online and some of them are still online. So those are the materials like that we create. We also create materials for the kids online so they can log in and go and play with our materials. That way they can keep fresh the Spanish and keep practicing in Spanish, because you know that the language is practicing every day.
We have a question.
Oh, sí. A ver.
What is your enrollment at presently? They were asking. Just let me check it.
We have 38 students right now. 38 students at the school between infants and pre-K, and online we have 7 students online that were with us before. 7 students online. ¿Sigo? Sí. Yeah, okay. So, bueno, oh, that's something else. Like when COVID came, I also have a little bit of time because we used to have less students. So we used to have the maximum capacity is 64. When COVID came, we have 56. So I at that time, because I got more time, so I wrote a book that is called, here is in Spanish, Christmas Without a Fireplace. And it's about, it's an history about how this child, Anna, so she is wondering, like she went to school and someone say, oh, Santa Claus is real. Someone is telling me, no, that is real. So then the auntie start to explain to her, like, it's not just like Santa Claus, like it's more than that. And that she have to really find the answer if Santa Claus is real or no. Like, but the auntie never say if Santa Claus is real or not. Like, she is the one who finds her own answer by herself. And the good thing about this book is like show different families, and the way that we create this one with the illustrator is like, I didn't put like in the words anything about the diversity of the families. You can find that in the pictures. So the book goes and talk a little bit about Kwanzaa, about Hanukkah, about Christmas, a little bit just about Ramadan, a little bit about people that don't have any belief, you know, like, and then at the end, pues you have to have it, but so she finds her own answer, and she write a note to Santa Claus here. So you can see a lot of diversity in this book, and it's really fun for kids to read it because it's in the point of view of them. And I wrote it because before this, I always was teaching in December about different celebrations, but wasn't anything that fun, you know, like was more informational, like informative. But in this one, I think they can play a little bit, be more playful for the kids to get the answers. So then we are gonna make a game, okay? If we are gonna play something, we have people, Karen, we have participants, yeah, right? How many?
I can see the chat right now.
Well, Rebecca and Jane also can play, or Alex. Okay, we are gonna play game guess what I am drawing. So I'm gonna connect my iPad, and the first person who write in the chat in Spanish what we are drawing is gonna get a book, okay? You can pick up the book at our school, I mean at Plymouth, or if no, we can mail the book if you want. You can send your address by the chat, but only for us. Don't send it to everybody, only for Alice, and Alice can take we can take the notes about your address and we can send it by mail if you don't want to contact. But if you want to contact also, you can pick it at the school, the book. Okay, so if you know some Spanish, so this is the way to show your Spanish. So let me connect my iPad. I'm gonna stop the presentation. Ay, perdón. Stop sharing. Tun, tun, tun. Y un momento. Entonces, the first person who guessed, right, Karen?
Yep, the first
But-
person. Yeah, person to guess the drawing
Mhm.
is gonna win the first book. So I'm just gonna double check that maybe we do that in the chat, not in the Q&A. So the answer you can write it in the chat. So then we leave the Q&A for the end. We have a few questions for the Q&A, but we're gonna leave them for the end. And so if you know the answer, just write it in the chat.
Ok. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Vamos.
I'm wondering what it could be. Someone is connected.
Oh, and the answer have to be in Spanish, no?
Oh yeah, and the answer has to be in Spanish, that's true.
They have to be in Spanish. You have to Google it.
Let's see, that someone knows. I think I know what it is. So you're the first one. Oh, someone said un perro.
Close, close, no.
They say un perro. No, no es un perro. No es un perro. Yo creo que es algo que it's something that lives. Oh, un koala, dice un koala.
Almost. No, no, no.
Un oso de bebé.
Los pelitos.
No, un oso de bebé.
Los pelitos.
Un ratón.
Sí, who was it? Yeah, es un ratón.
Tom Hyde won the first book. It's un ratón. Exacto, it's a mouse. Un ratón.
Okay. Karen, can you write the name of the person?
I'm gonna write the name of the person.
Yeah. Es un ratón. Good job, good job. Bravo. Now let's go for the second one. Okay. Okay, the second one, the second. It's also an animal. So 1, 2, 3. Vamos.
It's another animal. The first one was a mouse. We'll see which one is this one. Make sure it's in Spanish.
Nadie.
Nadie hasta el momento. Un pájaro. Ya
Close to a pájaro.
super close to a bird. So it's a type of bird that wakes you up in the morning. That some people like to eat. But it's a type of bird, but yep, that's close. Un pollo, muy bien. Ladlo, and on the second book. I'm gonna write her name and felicitaciones.
Felicitaciones. Okay.
And Ludlow.
Give me 1 second and I'm gonna show back the, here. Hold on. I'm gonna share again, Karen, the presentation, and then give me 1 second. Dun, dun, dun.
So congratulations to Tom Hay. I'm sorry if I pronounced wrong the last name, Tom Haidt or Haidt, and Anne Ludlow.
Yeah, thank you for participating. Yeah, it was a chicken and a mouse. Pollo y ratón. Thank you so much for participating. And you can let us know if you wanna pick up the book or if you wanna us to mail the book. Now, before we finish and before the questions, we are gonna show a video about our school. So let me see, Alex can help me if the sound is gonna be on. Or Karen, you can tell me if the sound is on. See?
Yeah, I can hear it.
See? Okay. Okay, this is a video about our school.
Academia Elze gives the opportunity to your child to interact one-on-one with the teachers. That way, we can meet the needs of each unique child to build the confidence and core skills needed for kindergarten and beyond.
Conveniently located in the heart of Minneapolis, Academia Elze is a small, innovative Spanish immersion childcare center for children 6 months to 5 years of age. The play-based curriculum inspires expression rather than seeking perfection and prepares each student with various ways to think, reason, question, and experiment in a globalized society. The students are at the center of their own learning experience and are only exposed to different learning situations.
El momento más feliz para mí de Academia Elze es cuando los niños llegan y ver la alegría con que ellos entran y nos abrazan. Eso para mí significa mucho porque quiere decir que se sienten bien, se sienten seguros y que son felices.
Academia Elze is a Spanish immersion preschool with teachers and staff from all over Latin America. Spanish immersion is not only about language acquisition, but cultural immersion as well. Cultural competency improves friendships, reinforces curiosity, and gives students the opportunity to become responsible global citizens. Academia Elze teaches students to look through different lenses in life to create a positive attitude towards cultural differences and practices from around the world.
We expose our students to the Spanish language in the most natural and comfortable way because we believe that the school should be an experience full of happiness for all. Even if your family don't speak Spanish at home, your child will be learning and teaching you at the same time.
The environment at Academia Elze is welcoming, simple yet stimulating, and provides children ample opportunity to develop and experience their own thoughts and feelings with confidence. Teachers are only there to give support and friendship while nurturing curiosity and guiding their students through the discovery of learning.
Creo que el trabajo en equipo es fundamental, porque lo más importante es que todos colaboremos, donde haya valor, respeto por la opinión del otro, que nadie sea más que el otro y si todos aportamos un poquito, vamos a lograr grandes objetivos.
With continuous training and ongoing support for teachers and staff, Academia Elze is committed to fostering a happy and colorful learning environment. We promote teamwork between teachers, students, and families to build a cohesive and stable learning experience for all. With the center's small class sizes, teachers can build stronger relationships with students, tailor their instruction, and have more time with their own families, all while their students have more opportunity to participate in class and build friendships with classmates.
I love to work at Academia Elze because we're a small center, and this gives the opportunity to teachers and staff to be in a close relationship with the students and families.
Visítanos y conoce un poco más sobre nosotros. Estamos muy emocionados de recibir tu familia aquí en la academia. Te esperamos.
Okay, thank you so much. So now, I think, I mean, I don't know if we have time for answer these questions, Karen, or maybe we go with the questions of people.
I think we can start answering maybe some Q&A and let's see. Yeah, we have another game for another book. We are a little bit ahead of time, but we will answer first some Q&A, and depending on the time, we will be doing this last game at the end, I think.
Yeah, so thank you for listening to us. So I think Rebecca is the one who is gonna read the questions, yeah?
Yep, there's a number of questions.
Okay.
Jordy's asked this question to start with. Since it's important for infants to see faces and lips for language development, how do you address mask wearing in the infant room?
Yeah, so at the beginning we were wearing in the infant room the face shield, you know, only, so the teachers only wear the face shield when they are inside the classroom, you know. During drop off and pickup time, they needed to wear again the mask when they get contact with other people, like the parents or something. Also the staff who is outside, always the staff who, for example, the teacher, the flow teacher, the person who helps in the kitchen, the office, always wear a mask. When the pandemic was hitting numbers high in January, we always get the recommendations of the health department. So we always follow the recommendation of the CDC and the health department. So when the number was really high and they recommended to all of us wear masks, so for a couple of months, all of us were wearing masks. And now we are coming back again for the face shield. And this decision is not only our decision, I mean, also is the parent input. Like if the families, you know, some families wanted, I mean, all of the families wanted masks. That is the reason that we decide again to wear those masks in January and not only the face shield. So for 1 month we were wearing the face shield, the mask, and now we hope that in March we go back only to the face shield. We really know it's important, of course, the child development, they need to read our gesture, they need to read our face, our expressions, but it was a decision between the families and us, what was the best for us to stay healthy and to, you know, to be able to take care of them.
Great. Can students enroll online if they weren't part of your program earlier?
Yes. The students can, we have also students that are not part of our school earlier. Yes, they can. Mm-hmm.
And what is the mix of children from Spanish and English speaking families?
We have right now, like in this moment, 80 to 29. So we have like 29% of our families speak Spanish at home and the 80% speak English at home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other native languages spoken?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Karen?
Oh yeah, we have we have another so we have like the families that the 80% who speaks English and the like 20 something who speak Spanish, and then we have another family who speaks. Yeah, it's been like really hard to communicate with them. Sometimes, like also for us, English is our first language. For them, it's also English. their second language. So sorry, for us, English is our second language. So it's been really hard. I missed it right now, the word, exactly, I missed it right now. Let me just double check. But yeah, we have just one family who speaks another language.
Okay, thanks.
We know in Spanish is Laos. The family is from Tibet, but I don't remember how to pronounce it in English.
I think it's Tibetan.
Tibetan, yeah.
Tibetan. Oh, sorry, I can't pronounce the word.
I'm so sorry.
Tibetan.
Related to that, how are the experiences different for the students and families where English is spoken at home and Spanish is spoken at home? Or if you can say.
The experience for the child who speaks 3 languages, or can you tell me again the question, please?
So how are the experiences different for students and families? For students that come from a home where their English is spoken at home versus Spanish is spoken at home?
Yeah, so in the way both of them are learning the language, right? Some of them, I mean, they are also learning the culture, you know, of each other. Both of them, they're gonna learn how to read and write in Spanish, right? The ones who speak Spanish, what happens is like when they go to the school, then the main language is English, so it's gonna be easy to transfer what they learn in Spanish to transfer to English. And also that I'm gonna keep the language, the native language of the parents and grandparents. So that is, they have another lens, like they wanna the child to be totally bilingual. With the families that speak English at home, the difference is like, of course, they are gonna, is this the same, like they're gonna read and write in Spanish. I mean, if they stay there the whole time until pre-K. But also for them is something else, like the experience of the child to be exposed to another culture, another point of view, another perspective, you know, and if they want to be bilingual, so they have to keep going. They have to keep going. So the family have to support them, both of the families, you know, for them to stay bilingual. So, but at the end, the goal is that both of them are bilingual and both of them are gonna have the experience of being in an environment with different classmates, with different social backgrounds and different languages. Mm-hmm.
Rebecca, I notice our time is almost 10:20. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm wondering, I would like to announce that next week, a week from today, the truth about reparations and hope for reconciliation will be presented by the Reverend Curtis Paul DeYoung, who is the CEO of Minnesota Council of Churches. He will be the speaker. And also that we can continue with our questions as long as people want to stay. Karina and Karen said they could stay on. So we can continue now with questions if you'd like to.
And we have a number of questions yet. And first of all, Ann Ludlow said, your game was fun. I bet the kids love it. And I think I appreciate the playfulness that you bring to, right, you know, that I'm sure you bring to your school, but you shared with us, with adults.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Tom Anderson had this question. It seems like Plymouth contributes mostly facilities to your fine school. Are there opportunities for Plymouth members and friends to help or provide other support?
I mean, we always get accept volunteers. Now, no, with COVID. So with COVID, we just try to stay with our staff, you know. But at other times after the post-pandemic, we always pues invite volunteers if people want to read a book in English, that, like we can work together. The most important thing if they contact us, email or call us or go to the office. But it's better to plan. Because sometimes some people want to help and they just walk through it, but for the safety, we can not do that. Or if someone want to help us more time, but they need a background check and all of that. So, but you always can contact us if you have time and you want to read a book, or if you know any activity that you want to do. Now this year we are going to try to go to farm to preschool. So also, pues we are to make healthy recipes inside the classroom. Also with all of that, you always can contact us if you want to help us more.
Yeah, you can, like Karina said, you can contact the office, and if you want to volunteer in the school, and we'll get everything, all this. I mean, we'll plan like the visits, like the times that you will be available to come to the school. And also, like, I don't know, like Karina said, if you guys have like a special skill, like, I don't know, music or something that you would like to share with the students, like a little show or something, we can adjust that to the schedule and show the kids, and that they will love that too.
Mm-hmm.
Before I forget, I know I'm interested, and I'm guessing others, if they didn't win a book, how can we get a book if we want one?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to Alex how to share the link. It's in Amazon, so you can find a book there, or it's also in a local store that is called Eat My Words. So I'm gonna try to write it on the chat. The information where you can find the book, if Karen can help me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to you by this message, and then you can put it there.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's because I don't know in my presentation.
You can put it in the chat. You can send it to me in a message.
Yeah.
And I'll put it in the chat. So if everybody, two options will be Amazon. You can find it. We have like English copies right now. Christmas Without a Fireplace. You can look for Christmas Without a Fireplace. That's one way. And the other way will be through the bookstore that I will type the name in the chat. And then you guys can just go to the book, this bookstore, and then you can find the book there. Yeah. And it's a really nice, book to encourage, like we talked before, like the different beliefs and the different traditions of all different people. So it's really nice for the students to learn. And it's a fun story that they will enjoy.
Okay, Karen, I send the link, and I'm gonna send the name of the bookstore. It's at Norris, the bookstore that you can.
I think someone posted the Amazon link already. Yeah.
Okay.
And the name of the bookstore is
Eat My Word.
My Word. Let me find the name. But we can go to the next question, and then we post it.
The next question: Where do your families live? In Minneapolis directly, or some living in suburbs or St. Paul?
Oh no, in my case, I live in Minneapolis, and I used to live in front of the school of the Plymouth. That is the reason that I choose Plymouth, because I used to live in front, and I live super close to Plymouth. So I live in Minneapolis. I live with my husband and my niece, but all my family is in Colombia.
I mean, the families of the students.
Oh, sorry. The families of the students, they came from all over, from Minneapolis. From some of them walked to the school. Some of them came from Minnetonka, San Luis Park. Different, it's all over. We have families for some families. I have one family, like they drive 1 hour from Chacopee.
Wow.
So yeah, so some people really like the school, and they really want to drive. And see.
Impressive. Does Spanish immersion imply an exclusion of the use of English in the classroom? When students come to your school, is it Spanish 100% of the time?
when it's something that social emotional, you know, at the beginning, when they are getting used to it, we speak in English, no? Or for example, in emergencies, everything we speak in English. When we are trying to do the target language, you know, during the read aloud, all of that is in Spanish, because when you are immersed, then it's when you really are getting it, right? If we switch to the other languages, then they're gonna wait for the answer in the other language. But when it's everything about social emotional, you know, when they have separation issues, always is in English. It's in English. If they speak English at home, yeah.
And it's something about that. It's incredible to see how fast they learn. Like we have students who they didn't know any Spanish at home, but within a month they are understanding everything that the teacher is saying. They are being involved. They learn super fast. So this age is a really good age, like to start like to getting immersed in the culture and the language, and like Karina said, like when we need to, like when it's like emergencies or like social emotional, that they need, like we speak in English, but all the classes will be in Spanish, so they are immersed in the culture.
So, and this is the last comment. It's not a question, but Myra said, great presentation, thank you. And I have to echo that.
And I would like to echo that. Thank you both so much. Oh, you're such vibrant young women. I'm so proud of you.
And I'm just so impressed. There's so many threads in this, in what you shared today that's meaningful. And I'm very proud of both of you for the work that you're doing, and grateful that Plymouth Church gets to be a little bit of a part of that.